I love the Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind movie. Hmm. I love that. I think there was a deleted scene. Yeah, yes, I think about that deleted scene a lot because mm, it's not just ki it's beautiful. It's like that deleted scene was sort of like um, it's like it's just different. Ki matlab when he breaks up with his girlfriend to go and be with Clementine. Yeah, yes. So mm, and then wo scene was like erased. We don't see that in the movie. It's like one of the deleted scenes. Yeah, so it's not in the movie, but um. Hmm. And then he fell so hard, true, deep with Clementine. Yeah, hard, true, deep love. He fell in hard, true, deep love with Clementine. So I was like, did he not have any emotions in the relationship that he had with his girlfriend? So it's like, I think about it. Yeah. Matlab, why would he get into relationship with somebody that he does not like? I don't understand that. Yeah, like okay, like he met Clementine when he was already in a relationship with somebody. So he broke up with that girl to be with Clementine. Hmm. And she, like the girlfriend of Joe, was like, ki, you met a bullshit, you met somebody. So she knew, ki, acha, maybe he did meet somebody new. Or maybe he does feel attracted towards somebody else. So she was like, you are the same, you have the same problems with or without me. And it's like, I don't know, it's just. But during it, there is also a clip when they both of them are in relationship. So why is she okay with things like there were things which Clementine did not put up with? Yeah, yes, but this girlfriend of Joel, she uh I think pampered him. Yeah, yes, like the girl who Joel was in relationship with previously, she pampered him a lot. Yeah, yes. So Clementine challenged him. Yeah, Clementine challenged him. She Hmm. Also, the sense of loneliness that Clementine feels and the sense of loneliness that Joel feels, it's same. Because like वो kid वाला scene, the kitchen scene where Joel is hiding under the table and he's like, "कि nobody looks like me." So he feels invisible. He feels invisible, and Clementine also felt the same invisibility as a kid. Know what I'm talking about? Exactly. Like the emotions, like the emotions that Joel felt as a kid were the same that Clementine also felt as a kid. So it was like uh, the invisibility. Yeah, yes. So I don't know. It's just like their connection was more deep. Or hmm, I think that the girl who Joel was in relationship with, it's not that she was not beautiful enough or she was not hot enough or matlab, Kate Winslet is more like um her name is Kate. The actress, yes. So it's not. Let's not compare women like that. Okay. Um, I think she approached him. Yeah, yes. I think Joel is the kind of guy who would not make the first move. Yeah, I guess he is the kind of guy who would not make the first move on the girl. So I think she approached him, and uh, he also says in the movie ki any girl who gives me a little bit of attention, why do I fall in love with that girl? So he has that invisibility ki he has felt invisible as a kid. So when a girl shows him attention, so he does not feel invisible. Yeah. So I think that he had good friendship with his ex. Yeah, he did. But invisibility of Joel felt seen by the invisibility of Clementine. Like they both connected on that sort of. Yeah, yes. Also, when they were trying to erase memories of Clementine, it was very difficult for them to erase. Yeah, yes. Like halfway through, he was like, "Ha, just erase her from my mind and whatnot." And then halfway through, he just changed his mind. He was like, I don't want to erase you." Just it's like It's like the things that we do in anger. Yeah, yes, it is like sort of impulsivity. Yeah, it's like the impulsive things, like erase her from my memory and whatnot. But like, um halfway through he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to forget you, I don't want to erase you, and I don't want to." Yeah, he says all those things, you know. And then they meet again. I love it. I love when they meet again. Yes, I love it. I love when they meet. So it's like, it's so cool. It's like a full circle thing. Yeah, it's like life has full circle. It's that. Okay. Joel and Clementine met again, and their memories were erased. Still, they interacted with each other, and she took him to the place, her favorite place. Yeah, she took Clementine, took Joel to her favorite place. It's so beautiful. I love the guy who was pretending to act like Joel. Hmm. Hmm. I wonder why she felt uncomfortable in his presence. Yeah, I don't, because he was saying all the things that old Joel said to her. So, hmm. And he stole the present. Yeah, he stole the present that Joel gave to her, and then he tried to give it to her. So it was like he, because Joel knew Clementine, so he knew the things that she likes, and he knew her taste so well. So the guy who was trying to pretend to be like Joel. So I wonder how Clementine did not feel peaceful with him. Hmm. Yeah, I don't understand. Like he says the, it's like, even though he says the things that Joel has said, yeah, because he has seen their files, so he knows the connect between Joel and Clementine. So he was trying to say the things, and I was like, wow, like, hmm. It's like the connection between two people too strong that no other person can try to replicate that. Yeah, yes. So I was like, wow. Can't see anything that I don't like about you. But you will. I love that scene. I love that scene. Where like, I can't see anything that I don't like about you, but you will. You will. And I will get bored from you. And he's like, okay. That scene, ki it's okay ki if people break up or things drift apart, or it's okay if things end. So they make peace with that fear. They make peace with the fear, you know. I think it's not easy to have difficult conversations. It's very easy to flirt. It's very easy to, you know. Yeah. Yes. I mean, I also like that, but you know, just generally, it's very easy to. Hmm. But to make peace with the fear in conversation. So that scene, that's why that scene is very pivotal when uh, he's like, I can't see anything that I don't like about you, and she's like, but you will, and it's like to make peace with the fear. So they both of them make peace with each other's fears. You know, it's like, know what I'm talking about. Just, hmm, hmm. That scene in one of my favorite movies where the woman, a young girl, is asking this question from an old woman. She's an artist. The old woman is an artist. So she does question her ki, do couples ever get together? So she said, if you're listening and you're worried, people don't get together. What they do is they get together for a little while, just a little while. So it's better to be happy for a little while than to be just okay. So I don't know why I connect that scene with Clementine और जोल का सीन फ्रॉम इटर्नल सनशाइन ऑफ स्पॉटलेस माइंड की मतलब hmm hmm yeah, what people do is that they get together for a little while, so it's better to be happy together for a little while than to be just okay. So I was like, okay. Uh, hmm. Romantic connections should not get degraded. They should not. Friendships should also not be degraded. Both are important. Should be balanced out. So it's very difficult to. It is. It's a difficult task, but uh, I think once you get in the hang of it, so you just तैरते रहो बस तैरते रहो बस लम्हा मेरा यारा बादल की चादर पर लहराते गाते जा रहे हम कोई क्या जाने कैसी राहों से आ रहे हम मौसम मस्ताना है और मुझको गाना है इतना तो मुमकिन है ना they are so good. There was one scene in Eternal Sunshine of Spotless Mind movie which was like it was just different. Like she's like they are having a conversation in his mind and he says to her I cannot remember anything without you. So it's like I don't know, like, and then she's like, you hide me, and then they will not be able to find me. Like, even the Clementine in his consciousness is a very solution-oriented person. Yeah, yes, she's not the kind of person who would crib about something and then just ignore it. No, she was a very solution-oriented person, and even in his consciousness, he is very aware of Clementine's personality. So I was like, yeah, this is so cool. Even in his consciousness, she's like, we can figure it out like this. Like, like, yeah, yes. So he is sort of like, he was really mad. Yeah, he was mad that he felt invisible. The moment he felt invisible when she went out without him. Yeah, yes, before they broke up. So he felt invisible when she went out without him. And after that, he started talking shit about her. And when he went to the clinic to get memories erased. So then he was talking shit ki matlab, she was not intelligent enough to have a conversation with him and all that. But in his consciousness, she's such a solution oriented girl. Like, yeah, yes. So it's like he is being hypocrite. Yeah, yes. We become very hypocrite in anger. Anger, like, clouds our judgment a lot, a lot. So he becomes like he really hypocrite. He judges. She works in a library and he was the one not talking to her. Yeah, yes, him. It was on him. He was the one not talking to her, not opening up to her properly. So even in one scene, she says, people should share things, and he was like, constant talking is not sharing things. So like she complains from him ki so Clementine feels invisible when Joel does not communicate with her. Yeah, and Joel feels invisible when he does not get to spend quality time with her. So their love languages are very different. Joel's love languages is quality time, and Clementine's love language is communication, like talking. Yeah, yes, she wants to. Uh, I think it's expression. I think her love language was mainly like expression or things or just yeah, but their love languages were very different. Joel's love languages was quality time. So when she went out without him, so he felt invisible and he could not take it. So he just, yeah, yes, just started on shit about her and just